How can you call yourself a man if you've ever lived with your parents? I was fresh out the womb with a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo in downtown Atlanta. I was on Peachtree. Come on, let's talk about it. The day after I was born, I walked into the bank and paid my mother's mortgage. I paid it in full. Come on, I ain't talking about Ace Boogie. Every single woman that I've ever dated has asked me to marry him. I've been turning them down since the 2nd grade. I turned down Megan in front of the monkey bars at recess. I'm sorry, Megan. It wasn't my cup of tea. I was only 5 years old when I arm wrestled my dad for the head position in the family. I slammed his knuckles down and took my place at the head of the table. There's nothing he could do. I understand it now. How old were you when you got your first Maybach? Yeah. Now, how old was I? Come on. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. I don't consider myself a human. What's a human? See, what you gotta understand is the moment I seen the movie E.T., I knew it was a true story because I was that boy. I was that boy. It took me to circle the block 3 times to realize that my car was going in reverse and I was going straight. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to, I can levitate. I can levitate if I wanted to. I'm living at a higher frequency. That frequency up here. But what is carrying backwards? Neurotic. Yeah, you're right. Neurachnophobia. So these people ain't really having a hard time. They ain't tripping about nothing. They really scared of spiders. Zoo. I don't go to the zoo. We looking at monkeys. Those are stunted people in there. Them are people that didn't make it to full person. It's warm in here. You sweating. You know why I don't sweat? Vegetables. I remember being dropped off by the stork in a little white blanket. I remember that. You wearing socks, ain't you? Right, I ain't wore socks in 10 years. Come on. Cancer. That's what it causes. Yeah, because back in the 14th century, the wolves brought up the kids. And the villagers just stayed out of the way. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. I got 6 reasons why Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. And it rhymes with happy and shit pings. You put the puzzle together, you figure it out. What we talking about? See, y'all don't even know how competitive Mike was. I remember one time Michael Jordan, a little girl, buzzed him in line to get some ice cream. He pointed at her shoe, she bent down to tie. He got in front of her and bought all the ice cream off the van. He did that to a 9-year-old girl. Come on, that's a killer mentality. You think LeBron got that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. One thing about Mike is after the game over, he gonna get 2 cups of scotch, he gonna smoke 2 cigars, he gonna gamble at least $10,000 that night before he leave the arena. But he gonna come back the next day, give you 50. Who can do something with that? No ice baths, no stretching. Come on, man, the man jump off the bus ready, give you 50. LeBron wouldn't be able to play in the 90s. What he gonna do when he come down that lane and Bill Laimbeer there clotheslining his grandma? What he gonna do? I keep hearing people saying Mike couldn't go left. Mike couldn't go left. Come on. I just saw Mike at the restaurant last week. He was eating soup with his left hand. How can he not go left? How can he not go left? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Remember, it cannot be an acute triangle if it's ugly on all sides. Hold on, right there. Hold on. Repeat what you just said. Listen, it can't be an acute triangle if it's ugly on all sides. I hope y'all catching that at home. I hope y'all catching that. About it. The man is dropping jewels. Let's talk about it. The man is dropping. Go ahead. Listen, as long as you remember where you built your well, the water will never run dry. Yes. The water can't run dry. Come on. Let's talk about it. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all not listening. Let them know. Listen, it only takes 2 to tango, my mama told me, but what if you don't know how to tango? How many do it take then? Come on. How many? Do it take 1? Do it take 4? Hold on. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. They ain't getting it. Get it. Y'all ain't, but y'all don't even get it. Y'all don't get it. Listen. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes, sir.
But a sandcastle can be. Let's talk about it. Rome wasn't built in a day, but a sandcastle could be. My mama told me that.
My mama taught me the same thing, too.
Let's talk
My mama taught me the same thing, too.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's exactly why I pump gas with my shoes off. That's exactly why. You know, it's just different levels. It's different levels to this. And every time you climb, you're hitting different tiers and different tiers and different tiers.
Can you tell us a little bit about your mom and what she taught you growing up?
Man, my mother was so vibrant, man. She was so vibrant. She taught me so many things. She taught me so many things. She used to always tell me as a kid, I'm talking about as an infant, like my first memories is her telling me, you got to reach into the sun and grab your own light because somebody don't want you to have no light. And that resonated with me. I was probably 3 days old when she told me that. But I always remembered it. You know?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. You've been doing this the whole interview. What are you saying?
No, it's just a metaphor.
Reach to the sun, grab your own light. What is that? In 3 days old?
You got to reach.
Your mom told you at 3 days old and you remember it right now and that resonated with you at 3?
Right. Can we wrap this up? You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's a simple question. Why are you living if you don't own at least 10 rental properties? Ask yourself. Each one of my 13 children own at least 5. It's mandatory. Or you not my blood. I haven't talked to my mom in 10 years. She got to buy a rental property. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what the first step is to generational wealth? Yeah. It's already being wealthy. It's not that hard. It's all about the mindset. I buy at least 1 rental property a day. I bought 3 on my way up here. What's your excuse? I just bought 50 more. You buy my course for $20, we turn that 20 into 40, we turn that 40 into 80. Come on, we turn that 80 to 160. And so on, and so on, and so on. And after you done bought 80 courses, you might be able to afford a rental property. That's genius. If it's not about rental properties, we can't even talk. Hello? Is this about rental properties? Oh. I hang up the phone. I remember coaching Little League. I was the Little League coach. One of the other players stole third base. I sued his parents. I don't want no thieves around me. And I used that money to buy a rental property. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. That's a direct line from you to the North Star. They don't want you to know that. It got something to do with your spatial vertebrae. Why you think you go outside and you look up? You think you just want to look up? No, it's a gravitational pull. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I was 15 years old when I made contact with somebody from another dimension. I knew that Men in Black wasn't just a movie you thought it was. No. They're hiding amongst us. It's genius. You ever been in a fire drill? You see the flashing light they have when you're in a fire drill? Yeah. That's the neuralizer. It erases your memory. What do you think Bone Crusher was talking about when he said metaplasma is oozing out of your cerebellum? What do you think he was talking about? He knew. He knew. You gotta believe in what's going on up there. They said he went to the moon. Come on, they shot it in 4K. Let's talk about it. Your body is made up of a bunch of atoms just stuck together. What do you think gonna happen when they take the atmosphere from us? You're gonna fall apart into a bunch of body beads. We're gonna be trying to put ourselves back together. Listen to me. It's the internal existence of external life that keeps us going. It's the metaplasmic gamma rays that shoot out from the sun that our brain absorbs. How many people on this planet? Yeah, 7 billion. How many stars is it? Come on. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's simple. The more you spend on Chanel bags, the more your woman knows you love her. How's she gonna know you love her if you're not buying bags? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I'm gonna just say it because it needs to be said. That woman is not a gold digger. She just wants a man with a lot of money who buy her things when she wants them. Is that a crime? It's not a crime. If it was a crime, I'd dial 911. There's only one thing I do when I get paid. I call my girlfriend, ask her, does she want my whole paycheck? 9 out of 10 times, she gonna say, yeah. Okay, baby, I'm on my way. It's that simple. No more to talk about. Say less. Every time I see my woman crying, I don't even ask her what's wrong. I just cry with her, straight to the waterworks. Ladies, if your man don't understand happy wife, happy life, you need to dump that man. I'm willing to be completely miserable for my woman to smile. True love. I want my woman to think just like a man. I don't care how many men she got to go through to realize that I'm the one. As long as she realizes it by 50, I'll be here waiting. I know my woman be lying. But she's only lying to save my feelings. Come on, she cares more about me than herself. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. Put every single one of your assets in your dog's name. That way, when the police show up, who you think they're going to arrest? They're going to arrest Fluffy. I'm sorry, Fluffy. I'm living a lifestyle that I'm living because everything in this world is free. It's all free. You can get it. You just got to write it off. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I just bought a Mercedes G-Wagon. You want to know how I got it for free? I keep my laptop inside of it. It's a mobile office. They can't tell me it ain't. Come on. A chef? Automatic write-off. During a meal, I just tell my wife, hey, we need Post-it notes. Now it's a business meeting. Write-off. Think I'm scared of Uncle Sam? I got an uncle named Percy. He did 15 years. Sam don't want no smoke with Percy. My great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was at the Boston Tea Party. We ain't paid taxes since then. Come on. It's all about the mindset. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. The average person just had dry cereal and a stale muffin for breakfast this morning. Ask me what I had. An LLC. Yeah. And I'm going to get one again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. I got 698 LLCs. Mindset. Remember in kindergarten when they asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up? What'd you say, fireman, basketball player? I said I want to be the president. Look at me. They say the early bird gets the worm. But Big Worm was trying to shoot Craig and Smokey over $200. He done had the right mindset. You think my parents helped me? My parents only gave me a place to stay, hot food, a car, allowance, and they gave me a ride to school every day. That's not nothing. You think that's something? You want a cookie because you gave me a ride, a car, a job, money? Come on. Self-made. It's in the mind. Mindset. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm $5.2 million in debt and I just lost my home this morning. But you can't tell. People keep telling me you robbing Peter to pay Paul. At least I'm robbing somebody. That means I'm a gangster. But let's talk about it. But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it.